this may be day 37. What's the name of this town?
Furelos.
Furelos.
Furelos. It's really a little country suburb
Yeah.
of Melida, which is a bigger city. I thought it was more of a cow town, which is what we had been going through, but it's really kind of a, I mean, you can see it's an old town, but it's like a suburb of, we're about to hit another in 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers.
So we met a fellow pilgrim, Pepe. He was really cool. And he says when he stays in these albergues, the donativos, and then he stays in a hotel, well then everything in the hotel just seems perfect. He gets an appreciation for that he's not so fussy, if you will. And so Melissa had the impression from the booking that the place that we stayed at was in the countryside, and I had it in my head.
There was absolutely nothing around.
Like nothing around, and I had it in my head. Oh man, it's going to be great. We're going to take 2 days. We're going to take a day off. We're going to have this beautiful countryside, and is that the girl? No. We're going to have this beautiful countryside, and I'll be able to do yoga outside. And then we get there, and it's this. I mean, it's cute. It's remodeled. Very nice. The interior, it's very clean. I mean, it really is quite nice in those respects, but the downstairs is kind of dark because it's rock and only got 2 small windows. There's nothing.
Any of your typical pilgrims would have thought that they were in the Taj Mahal. I'm telling you, there was so many things that were right about it, but
well, it's a big disappointment from being in the countryside versus being stuck in the middle of a little pueblo thing in the city itself. Isn't exactly like a hangout place to have a lot of fun.
It also created a situation where we had to, because there's no grocery stores here, and we were taking a day off, and because it had a kitchen and everything, and I thought it was going to be like this cute little cabin, which it was, but it was just in a funny location.
Well, it's right down the street.
And you know, really the worst thing about it is there was no Wi-Fi service, and so,
well, that was a bite in the ass, that's for sure.
And I'm sure people that are watching this that have done.
So we took a sailboat trip. You know how romantic, sailing in the Mediterranean around the Greek islands. How romantic, right? And it wasn't romantic. It was really kind of a blow because you're stuck with a skipper that you don't have any relationship.
Get into that too much.
And the point of it is that I'm trying to give in the field a real critical, but not like critical in a negative, critical in this is how it is. And for some people it ain't gonna jive, but for the others that are out there that are really looking for, take the rose-colored glasses off. This is what you're going to be experiencing. That's
just
what
like all of life is not sunshine and rainbows. It's not. There are things that are not right. There are things that are upsetting. There are deaths. There's just things. There's challenges, and they're all different for different people, and you know, not all of the Camino looks like the pictures that I've sent home on my Facebook. Some of them are tears, and some of them are roadside crap.
Yeah.
Some of them are your ugly emotions that come up and bubble into, you know, the paradise that you're supposed to be experiencing. And, you know, but God works in mysterious ways, and for whatever reason, if the lesson on the Camino has been that we've gotten what we were supposed to get out of this, and we've met who we were supposed to, for whatever reason we were supposed to be at that place, and maybe the Wi-Fi working was, I told Raymond, I said maybe it was just so we could get off our damn phones and, you know, our, you know, whatever electronics.
No, sometimes things are wrong, and they're just wrong, okay?
Yeah, it's true.
And it doesn't have to be a big spiritual thing about it. Sometimes you shouldn't have left your bag, or somebody took it, and but if you there's no big message.
If you get spiritual about it, it makes it a whole lot easier to do.
Well, and so it's kind of cool because I worked on a video of a Frenchman, David, from the La Boheme in Santa Catalina, and this is a guy that I would say is on the path, and he just sort of reminded me to be open, watch your words, be open to what the Camino has to offer, and stay that way. This is the beginning. We're just leaving this Furelos. Is that what this place is called?
trust
I mean,
her.
this is a kind of a funny blow town, that's for sure. I mean, okay, so it's like probably like what, 10-15? Look at all the pilgrims. So there is something to what that guy, the Australian, was saying about the Camino does get filled.
We're 3 days walk from arriving in Santiago.
We're 3 days away from Santiago, so big deal. But you know, it does kind of filter out. But you can somewhat tell if you got your kid and you got your dog and you're bringing your whole family, you probably didn't do it from St. John over the mountains. But that's okay. The weather's nice. It's supposed to be a little bit cooler today. Oh, and there's Melissa's boyfriends, the Garda. Probably should get a little.
We should get a stamp maybe.
Yeah, do it. Casa do Conselho. I'm gonna take a look at my church.
Maybe in there.
Well, you don't get it?
There's not a stamp there. Maybe in the church.
No. Hmm. Hmm. 52 kilometers. What I like about these towns is that you get to the edge of the city and then it gets farmland instead of one development after the other development after the other. You know, something making it peaceful about that. Nice woods that we're going through here. Bosque. We've probably been into the hike about 40 minutes. So a lot of it is through this lovely wooded area. Less than 50 kilometers to Santiago. And I wondered what it was going to be like to see the numbers getting smaller and smaller. 48 kilometers to Santiago. A lot of these markers.
Yeah, somehow connect
Oh man, he's got artichokes. Okra. Good little papas too. Got a good vine.
This is what I thought we would give him.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought when she turned down that road, I said, no, you took the wrong.
This is what I imagined.
I was thinking, oh, you took the wrong turn. We're going into a village. You better check your GPS again.
I like the word exuberant. I remember how that's people used to when Isaac was a baby, they would describe him as exuberant.
Oh.
He's just exuberant because he was kind of like a happy baby. He's the only one that woke. He's the only one that woke up smiling, man. I remember one time when he was a baby.
This would have been a cool time.
Because Emerson and Ivan would always wake up crying, always. And Isaac, our baby, the youngest, he's not a baby anymore, he's 21, but he would just wake up and just wake up. and I remember one morning, I didn't hear anything, and I went in to see him. He's just sitting up in his crib, smiling and laughing. And I thought, man,
good day to be alive.
Like, this should have been a first baby, because it's kind of a miracle that he even exists after all the crying from the first two.
Cute little place. Yeah, I think I'm losing my snapperoo.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Your snap?
Yeah. I'd grab one. I mean, it's the first time I've actually seen tropical fruit. And then, out of nowhere, you get these big groups that just pop up. And so, we were talking with a nice Korean couple, 80 years old.
From Philippines.
Well, Philippines. 80 years old and they're doing the Camino. Never would have guessed her age.
Well, they were going from Saria. So
They started from Saria, which is seven days or so out. Drone. Get a tree for you. Oh boy, this is pretty. The area where I just took the drone shot, it's really quite still strikingly beautiful, this area. Jetzt, ein Jungen.
Ja, Junge.
Ha. Here is it shown. This is in the selbes der
Ja, ich muss hier.
in the south, the sur de Berlin.
I'm going to.
Aber
Nee, die Preiswein. Ich weiß nicht, was das heißt auf Englisch. Wein.
das ist sehr schön, no?
Ah ja, das ist very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank and I think it was Frank and I that went through Dusseldorf. Oh. Rabadiso. Now we're probably 2 hours into the hike. And we've gone.
we're 3 hours because we're like 30 minutes.
Oh, we're 3 hours into the hike. Boy, I was talking with a German. I was surprised that
People are swimming in the river.
I was surprised at how much German I could remember. He was patient enough to not to get too annoyed, but it was time to go.
Just people are swimming.
Don't be surprised if you see a French guitar.
Yeah. Stripping down to their underwear.
It's the Camino for you. And off the street, everybody's hoofing it with their little tiny little feet. You got no cars to park. Yeah.
Looks like a totally creative
Well, it's a little bit like
Disney World.
the Catalina, where who got it?
time.
Well, it's really kind of nice. It opened up.
It's really pretty.
Ended up being kind of a pretty day.
It's so nice.
So I want to find a place like this in the US. Do quite a bit of development. We're almost home.
Oh, look at those yellow ones.
Boy.
Beautiful. Boy, there's a bunch of them. Look.
Boy, look at those beautiful chartreuse. I don't know if that's chartreuse. I forgot what that. The whole back is all restaurant.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's totally fine. If there's a fire, we can jump on the glass roof and get out of here. All right, this is where we're staying, Arzua. I mean, it ain't nothing. But I'll tell you what, the hotel room is real predictable, decent, good hot water. It's got an air conditioner. We were very insistent about getting a place that opens up to the back, which it does, and it's quiet there, so you're not on the busy street. The biggest recommendation, request a back facing, don't get a street facing, because this is what you're going to look at. Big deal. You're not going to miss anything. And it's toasty right now. So we're going to go to the store. We're going to get a few things. It's a beautiful landscape. We get to relax a little bit. It's got good internet. I tell you what, there's something to be said about hotels, man. You know, they've got us.
It's like they've worked all that stuff out. You know?
Well,
and it's like all these, you know, oh, it's the quaint little place.
yeah, it's like,
you know, it's like
the internet doesn't work.
You just get tired of it.
It's got a busy street. It doesn't have a door that opens up to the back of the place. So you don't have a great view anyway. But look at this, a pretty still. I mean, this is beautiful countryside.
This is
okay, so we're going to the grocery store, and we're going to show you how we do our Camino with our own cooking. So we're going to do a little bit of shopping. We're going to do a little bit of cooking.
I think we've eaten out like what, 3 times now.
Yeah, we even have a water filter, so we don't have to schlep water. It says that the filter says like 99.9 pure, so I don't know if that's, I mean, the studies, Amazon says it is, so I don't know if it is, but
it hasn't failed us. So.
Yeah, well, we haven't gotten sick. We haven't got stomach aches.
We used it through Greece.
We stayed pretty healthy. You can back flush the water filter. Now it gets a little bit tricky. Looks like they took some cows down here. It gets a little bit tricky because sometimes you have to take the faucet handle off of a shower in order for it to make pressure, because it doesn't
with all these new fancy
it doesn't marry up with the faucet heads where it makes a seal. But anyway, we'll show you that. Again, this is not a city, it's just a city to lay your head. So we're going to go to the super.
Is right down here.
I think it's going to go to the Dia. They're more predictable.